this. Is there anything you want the fans to know or any last thing you want to say to them before we get to see this series tonight?
This is where the fun begins.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Jedi Mike 7 here, and I'm back with another live stream. Today I'm here with my co-host, Jay King. Jay King, how you doing?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. This is a long week and everything, with work and stuff like that. Just a lot of moving parts and everything, but we got a lot to talk about today. I had a lot to talk
we
about
do.
today. Yeah. I'm so happy to see you guys stopping by. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships up in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Thank you for stopping by, showing support. Shout out to my man Wally in the building as well. Thank you, man, for stopping by as well. But yeah, man, so glad to have you guys here. And if you have not watched the live stream, you're just watching also just in the replay. Thank you again just for stopping by. And before we get into the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share, and let us know your thoughts about the upcoming topics we're talking about in the show, and also just any updates we have going on the channel moving forward. All right, so I'm gonna go with number one. So we got to talk about The Last of Us. Episode 2 has came out. I'll let Jay King go and take over for this. So you can give, if you want, I think it's also best if you want to give your non-spoiler review of it. I guess if some people haven't had the opportunity to watch the episode, we can get into that. But I wanted to make sure that, we can at least kind of just address that, the epicness of this show, not just for a pilot, but also for a second episode. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, this past Sunday, we had episode 2 of The Last of Us. Episode 3 will be dropping tomorrow around the same time. But yeah, episode 2. If y'all were still a little bit unsure about this show after episode 1, I think episode 2 just basically. Could you do the new sound effect you put in there just a little bit? I think episode 2 really just hit that,
Wait, hold on. I got a new one. Wait, lean forward. Just lean forward.
It hit that mark all right.
Listen. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. I had to get. I'm upgrading up in this building, but listen, what the fuck you said to me? Get my lights up.
Anyways, yeah. So, episode 2 was great. Once again, the opening scene that, of course, was not from the game, just like episode 1. Great. And the rest of the episode, the acting with Joel, Ellie, and Tess, we got the frame rate for how this world works in the first episode, but now we're getting more and more about exactly how it works in a world with clickers, runners, bloaters, all of that we have seen so far and have yet to come. We see how things are a bit different from the game because, for those who don't know, just to say there are no spores in this, but they did find a different way to kind of increase the intensity, I shall say. And again, without giving too much away, episode 2 is phenomenal. And knowing what I know from the game, episode 3, I am so excited for that tomorrow around this time.
Yeah, I actually want to kind of talk about this episode went into many different, factors in terms of like, one going diving more into these characters that we already know, but hold on, damn it, I got here. But I'm trying to pull up struggle streaming already. But I really wanted to here we go, I get a better picture of this. I really wanted to get into more of just, again, if you have not even played the games in general or whatever, just what the first about 5 minutes of this episode did, in terms of going into the aspect of the whole virus itself and everything. I thought that was just very fascinating what they did. And obviously, again, we just came from a freaking pandemic, right? And it kind of also just addressing just the behind the scenes of like, listen, they don't care if you're over in the city, whatever. We're gonna bomb this place, and we don't give a damn who's in it. Hey, and even then, the lady who even discovered the damn thing was like, "Let me go home, back to my family, so I could just be with them in the
Boom.
final days." And it was just like it was just also kind of showing just how how the virus even started, how it kind of spread it through grain and wheat products and stuff, right? And saying how one person started from a factory, ate it, and then led to another. It's like the same situation when someone said that you ate a freaking bat, and then now here we are 3 or 4 years later, a couple years later, right? So yeah, I just think that again, what they did here, again, kind of just more of going, or just like a step further what what the game did. I thought it was very, very interesting. Again, making it more and more realistic is saying that's now could be a possibility. More importantly, just the whole the the world building side of it, not just obviously playing a game and being the uh environments and everything like that, and especially we're now getting to the beginning relationships of Joel and Ellie now, and again, it's just like Joel is still having that full his his guard is up and everything. Ellie just in a situation where she doesn't know what's going on, but like she knows why, or at least have a sense of what's going on and everything. And these guys are like, wait, okay, we heard this many times, there's a cure and all this stuff, this all bullshit, whatever. All right, what's going on next? That's what I felt. Again, they're just more of about trusting people, like, instead of like the whole big grand. Oh, I want to save the world. I don't care. I just want to survive. That's it. I'm just going. I'm just trying to go get this damn battery for his truck. Like, just like that. I just thought that was just, again, that was just what they did there. Or just took a huge step further just in the relationship, and also even scenes that we've seen before, right? Obviously we got issues. Another character. I mean, Jake, and you can go more into that with her, but like, go ahead.
You want me to about just the character of Tess or that specific ending?
We can go the whole thing and just saying also just also how the fact that it was different from the from the games and everything what they did, because they did a major change though. So
yeah, major is an understatement, but yeah. So yeah, so thankfully as well, thanks to interviews, we also have a little more information when it comes to some things they were actually going to do with Tess. But honestly, Tess in this episode was great. Again, she was basically the contrast. As you said, Joel was just basically like, look, I just want to get my battery, like get in contact with my brother and live. He doesn't care about no damn vaccine, nothing. If there is a cure, he doesn't have that because, again, his hope died the moment his daughter died in episode 1. So he does not give a damn anymore. But Tess, and I found out about this. I think it was an interview with the actress. She said that there was actually going to be a scene where it showed that she had a family. She had like a husband and I think maybe like 2 kids, and they were both infected. She couldn't kill them, so they're most likely still around if nobody else killed
Oh
them,
yeah, I
but
read that too. They
Mhm,
were saying that they were probably like stuck in a room or something. And she just like let them
mhm,
be, not try to interact with them and something like that. Yeah, I know.
mhm.
I read something about that, but didn't know further detail about it though. But
Yeah, but yeah, so it's like again, I say was always in this like, man, like she needed hope. And again, just seeing Ellie, somebody who could potentially be that. And also another change from the game is that, they had Ellie get bit twice to show that, yeah, she's not infected. She is not gonna get infected. She is the cure that you guys need. That really gave her, Tess the hope and also the drive to do what she needed to do at the end of the episode when she inevitably you know, got infected. Which also brings us to that. I swear, it's been a whole week and I still want to erase that out of my brain. So,
yeah, I can't.
for those,
I can't. Don't
we're
really want
not
to show
showing
it.
that. We're not showing
You
that.
know.
But basically, I'll just describe it. Basically, as you know, she gets infected, and in the game, I think if I remember correctly, they just leave her. And I think she goes to take on a few of enemy forces that comes in. But in the show, the enemy forces were already killed, and instead it was walkers and runners that all came in. Dear God, and something that they show because again, from the opening scene at the episode, they showed the whole like tendrils that are forming out of there, and even when the woman like the scientist pulled the person, it was like moving again with the virus having the intent of spreading to each person it can that's not already infected. And so in a way to infect Tess, we got the literal kiss of death. And I really, really want to burn that out of my brain. Tess then lit the whole place on fire. Explosion, she's gone. RIP, she was a real one, but seriously, I want to erase that out of my brain.
But I actually want to get into this scene too, because that's everybody highlight. You can go to the director's,
Mhm,
behind the scene or their commentary about it and everything. The
mhm,
fact is also this is a whole thing about love and an aspect in a weird way of thinking about it, because obviously she did have, I
Ugh.
guess, some type of relationship or whatever with Joel, but again, Joel wasn't
mhm,
really receiving that, but then it's almost like uh she was more in the sense in that scene. Instead of just running away, she was surrendering. Instead of going blaze and glory like the game did, right?
mhm,
She actually, no, I'm giving in to this because like there's nowhere for me to go. And then for these runners, I guess you can say, there's also
mhm,
because that's the base level, right? For the runners, they're actually not in this in the scene where like, listen, if you're not running away, they're not gonna come chase you now. If you are, they're gonna tear you to shreds and stuff. But the
mhm,
whole point of that was also again like these are human beings too. So it's like as I think of it as like a hive mindset as well, of thinking that and bringing someone in. But the fact that the scene, that close up of her with the lighter, and then how slowly it's just start to slowly when she starts to stop, and then again the light and nights and everything, then she dies. But with that scene
mhm,
again, what I'm liking just in terms of this being an adaptation from the original game is that they're making it more the humanizing it sense of like, yes, the more heroic, blockbuster way of going out of it is actually let's just go out blazing glory. But this was actually a more um I'll say I'm also not saying a more emotional part of it and everything, because the whole episode just heard what she had gone through and to that point. And actually now, like when you look at this scene, that now that you understand why she's not fighting back and and surrendering and everything. So I just thought that what that simple scene right there was very, very powerful, and a very in the way in terms of the way it was shot, it was very disturbing. And I think that was intended though, right? I don't think that obviously everyone think about be grossed out about it and not think, oh no, this looks pretty weird. Like no, supposed to make you feel uncomfortable, almost like you are being consuming yourself in a way, So I thought that was very interesting, but going on top of still staying on the topic of Last of Us, because good thing, much as that, this show has been very, very successful in being record breaking numbers and everything. Um this show has now been confirmed for season 2. Surprise, surprise. For those of you guys who do not know, there is only 2 games currently as of right now. There's an offshoot game, whatever,
Mhm.
but like a more story about
Kind
Ellie, but it's not really a
of.
sequel. But
It's not really. It's like a DLC, and we'll get that story in this season. So
right. So, but really, that's the thing, and not to spoil anything. Also shout out to Daryl Long and peace, love in the chat. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for stopping by. But yeah, season 2 has been confirmed. They have obviously with the record-breaking numbers, even surpassing House of Dragons as well.
Mhm.
This was very, very obviously. I'm not surprised this has happened. And them. uh going to continue on with this show because again, the budget for this show, what you might not think, okay, other than like the prosthetics and everything like that, there's a lot that goes into this show when you actually look at it. Because
Mhm.
I actually saw this whole season when the visual effects was not even done, right? So it was like the whole scope of you seen the them crossing the building, and you seen the landscapes in the back and nature consuming itself. I thought it was very, very as a visual effects perspective, like this is just so like beyond what they have done in terms of HBO, like close to what I thought what they did
Mhm.
with Westworld, even though it got canceled. But
True.
yeah,
True. Yeah.
but what are your thoughts on season 2 being confirmed?
I mean, I saw season 2 getting confirmed as I knew that was going to happen, especially after the first episode, and especially how good the viewings were for episode 1 and 2. I'm like, oh yeah, if the viewings are good for this, like from the get go, of course season 2 is going to get greenlit. Now, when it comes to season 2, a lot of people have been like, okay, so I guess this means uh no spoiler, but get your golf clubs ready. It's golfing time. But I mean, that we don't know if they'll know on that route. I mean, Bella Ramsey is of the age of Ellie in that sequel game. She is of the age, so they could go straight for the Last of Us 2 video game storyline. But in terms of the show, they could also go a different route like before that. Like they could tell some stories that happen in between. I mean, they have the liberty to do that as long as it just still ends up where it does in the beginning of The Last of Us 2. So we'll see how
Mhm.
things go.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think that with this show, like what they're gonna be doing, like for a fact, I'm like literally lines are being mimicked. Like a lot of people don't know just the detail of this show and what they're doing is that
Hmm.
like they are actually going word for word, but also expanding upon it, which is why I'm like, what they're doing is not just like adaptation that's like normal. Like usually, like the common thing of video games being
Right.
adapted into either film or media, whatever. It becomes like a shit show, right? But with this, actually, what they did,
Mhm.
um, again, it's like they're using the base template of what they already established, not trying to make anything new, but just further exploring it and making the original content even better than it was before, right? And so that's what I'm saying. I just commend them for what they're doing,
Right.
and we'll still be here for season 2, but a lot of controversy with the second game and everything like that. And with that, I'm just hoping, I'm praying that if they are going to change it, they have the liberty to, because they are leaving the game creators a little out of producing credit, which was the first episode, which that got out the news and everything. But but yeah,
Mm.
but anyway, season 2 just been confirmed. Guys, let us know in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited for them that announced season 2 for The Last of Us, or hey, have you just even just catching on and still not feeling if this show's for you, whatever? Let us know in the comment section down below. All right, guys. So next one. Now we just this past I think it was Monday. It was Monday. We've gotten much in the movie season and everything like that, and we have a big year of 2023 of 2022. But with that, well, one thing that now that obviously we have a bunch of these films and the great that's come out throughout the year, we also have award season, and the Oscars nominations came out this past Monday or Sunday earlier this week. And again, we have the hashtag, Oscars so white again. You know, if y'all remember, this was about a couple years ago, right around where the film Concussion that was starred by Will Smith, right? You remember him? um, Basically, Jada Pinkett Smith, a lot of people were boycotting the Oscars because the simple fact that that a lot of African Americans were not getting nominated in these lead roles, right? And today, now the same things happen. There's no African American actor or actress that's been nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. And this is going. I'm gonna try to pull up this article right here. Let me see here. 1 second. Yeah, right here. Share my screen. Yeah, share my screen. Stop sharing. Oop. Thank you guys. Struggle streaming already. Right here. This is an article from the LA Times here. Make sure you guys can see that. You guys see that? Yeah, 1 second. Let me get this banner out the way. Banner out the way. And let me just this here. And there we go. All right, so this is from the this article is from the LA Times here. Let me put this on full screen so you guys can fully see it here. That the snub of black performers in 2023, the Oscar nods has some declaring #Oscars so white again. As films with the black leads and directors, or The Woman King, and also Till and Nope or shut out from the 2023 Oscar nominations, some are resurrecting the Oscars so white. Hey, J. King, can you hear me? Hear me?
Mhm.
All right, we're not freezing up or
Mhm.
anything? We good?
No.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Cool. Just making sure. They said twice as hard, half as far. The Oscars had the Oscars so white playing out like always for Danielle and Viola. Tweeted music critic Britt Julius referring to Danielle Detweiler of Till and Viola Davis is a woman king. Shameful that she added. The Times, Jamil Smith referred to this as snub as Oscars so white redux. Also, nothing to shut out of Davis and Detweiler's films. One user jokingly called the nomination list. 1 second. Oscars so white 2. Right. The sequel which came out in 2016 with the film Concussion and everything. Well, Will Smith was starring. That Jada Pinkett Smith was boycotting the Oscars, not attending, and everything. That's the second straight year in which all acting nominations went to white performers. Now, I also want to bring this conversation up here too because we have a lot of things that much as like there, people can say that hey, that the Oscars is so white and everything. We do have a lot of actually Asian representation in these nominations. We have Everything Everywhere All at Once has been nominated for Best Picture and also the actors as well in that film as well. 1 second, let me put this picture up here. And I think it kind of leads into a discussion of like, hey, are we actually I'm not saying being biased here, but like, is there a point to be made about us, not really being represented in these lead roles, especially this year? But on the caveat, this is the first time ever we've had a lead actress who's Asian American actually nominated for Best Actress, Michelle Yeoh, right? So I'm thinking like, what's going on here? Yeah, I get it, but Woman King, Till, I get the very, 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 personal stories here. And these are just some of the lists of films that here you see also Till, the famous film that came out last year of talking about the story of Emmett Till and everything was Mother. Woman King with African Tribe starring Viola Davis as the, general. But left here, you also have, Everything Everywhere All at Once, a bunch of other, actors and directors and in different categories been nominated, but and like history has been made. But even though it took them at least 87 years to nominate someone, an Asian woman to be in the lead actress category. But I just want to say before I let Jay King go on this is that I understand that saying that at Oscars so white, but are we just supposed to be giving just these performers just Oscars just because we're black and everything? Because listen, I love Viola Davis. I actually enjoyed the film Till, but I'm saying based on some of the category we got here, we had we had Elvis, we had The Whale. This came out here to get but Brendan Fraser, Everything Everywhere All at Once. We have Angela Bassett, who's been nominated for best supporting actress in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and she's been taking that award in also the Golden Globes and a bunch of, and it's almost a guarantee that she's probably going to win. Right, I'm betting money that, and not only that, she's now also the first Marvel actor to be nominated for Academy Award for for the role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? So like, there's no one has other than like Heath Ledger, got honorary, uh Oscar when he passed and everything, but like Angela Bassett is getting nominated for her role as Queen Ramonda from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which I think this is a huge success and everything. And again, it's one stepping tool of normalizing comic book movies being put into these categories and not being acknowledged as films, not just blockbusters. So, but Jake, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much of a difference in what you're saying. Again, I get what some people are saying, like, oh, it seems like it's going to be the same thing over and over again, when it comes to the nominees and the movies nominated, in terms of the Academy Awards, like, coming this year. But as you said, we've had a lot of change, especially for, the Asian culture with a lot of the films that have come out, especially Everything Everywhere All at Once. And again, finally a Marvel actor getting nominated for a for a for their role in a Marvel film, and it most likely going to be an instant win. I'm really hoping so. Um, but again, like there definitely doesn't need to be a change when it comes to this type of stuff. But I think it's slowly, gradually coming in. Um, I mean, yeah, I would definitely like for these type of films that have been seen as only like blockbusters or these minority-led films to definitely get their awards, and they will. They will, and I think this is going in that direction. We just got to see, how the next couple of years go. But the whole hashtag Oscar so white, yes and no. It is, but it's also changing in a sense.
Well, okay, now this is another conversation here. Our I know as us as black people, we are making, strides in terms of being represented. We have amazing films that came out this year, such as like Nope by Jordan Peele and everything, which I thought was a very, very good movie. But do you think there's the whole thing about black exploitation films, which you're aware of, right? You know, of us basically being in movies, just talking about our downfall, racism, slavery, struggle, etc., whatever, and not just other stories and stuff that that see us in a glorifying role, right? And I'm thinking that, are you thinking that a lot some people, they're what they're against with this particular issue? Okay, listen, these movies are about racism. Hmm. Why? What? So what? Or about slavery and other stuff like that. I don't need to watch this crap. And also, are we only need to be recognized when we're only doing, racially, led films and everything, and not actually just, being just by being actors of our own merit and just telling stories, just being regular people? Like
Yeah,
that's I propose that
that
question
definitely
to
is
you.
also another topic to have. Yeah, well, in terms of that, then yeah, there definitely needs to be a change with that because again, yeah, it seems like a lot of the times when it comes to a topic like on a film that is about racism or is about, the struggles that we have dealt with or are still dealing with, that's usually the talking point, but you never really see that for an actor just being a main role or a supporting role in a regular film, blockbuster wise or otherwise, that doesn't have anything to do with that. That definitely is something that does need to be discussed as well. It's like we don't just need to be recognized for that.
Well, yeah, well, but it's not only it's just my thing. It just also too. This is another conversation. Are we being a little bit overboard with this? Because yes, it's almost like last year. Last year, we had a lot of wins and everything for black people. But then obviously, what we were talking about? Were we talking
Hmm.
about the success of black people? Or are we talking about Will Smith? You know, that's what
Yeah,
again, it's
that's
like
yeah,
even when we have our moment, we
yep.
fuck it up, right?
Very
You
true.
know,
Very true.
so that's what my thing is, that when we have, and then we want to get on this total poll of now of saying, oh well, now Oscars is so white, when now not realizing the fact that we are having, as an example of is when we had our run for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, right? No, the
Mhm.
first Black Panther being a culture phenomenon,
Mhm.
everything. Black people like, yeah, let's do this, yes, right.
Mhm.
And then we had another film that came out or in around the pandemic. It was called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, right?
Legend of the Ten Rings.
A lot of
Yeah.
people,
Mhm.
a lot of people was referring to that as as Asian people, their Black Panther. Why can't we be
Mhm.
happy for them?
Right.
Why can't we be happy for them, not knowing that for Asian people right now? Listen, you guys are fucking killing it, and congratulate. I love Everything Everywhere All at Once. You guys have not seen the film. If you have not seen this film, I guarantee
You
you
need
guys
to
are gonna
see
love
the
it. It's
film.
literally one of the best films I have seen in the last 5 years. I guarantee
Mhm.
you. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm not lying to y'all. Right. And it's like, in its most weird aspect story, it deals with the multiverse and everything. But the basis of this story is just the Asian family dealing with family and interpersonal problems going on in their family and everything. That's it. Michelle Yeoh's the mother. You have I forgot pronounce his name, Ken Wan.
Can want,
Uh,
yeah.
Ken Wan, who was also the kid from Indiana Jones.
Mhm.
And everything. And he every time I see him, I just smile. I'm about to put a picture up here.
Right, like
He just so like
he
he just comes with
disappeared.
humility.
Mhm. Like he disappeared from the acting scene, then came back for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then he's gonna be in season 2 of Loki. And again, I'm just happy for him.
Right. And then also there's a bunch of other films that came out, saying this year. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like with this cast in this film, I hope everybody's getting all these awards, especially for Asian people. Like I especially believe that Michelle Yeoh, what she did, and especially how long they've been in this industry. Y'all, want you to also know this too. This is inside that Ken Wan, I think if I pronounce his name, but the actor who was the kid from Indiana Jones, now who's in Everything Everywhere All at Once. For over 38 years, so almost for 30 years, he's been in the haven't really been in the acting scene, and have been getting these roles. But he was actually a stunt coordinator for the original X-Men movie, right? So it's like, he was there there
Right.
all along, right? He was there in the beginning of of the inception of the Marvel universe and stuff, and now here he is now. And I'm just thinking that now this is also just a testament, just you being in any profession, right? Not knowing that it's never too late for you to succeed, right? I think that is what's very powerful. But especially with him, not also acknowledging the people who gave you your first opportunity when he got the Golden Globe, and then he acknowledged Steven Spielberg for his for giving him his basically his career and stuff like that. And now looking back at
Mhm.
it now, it's really the irony of it, right? Him running to Harrison Ford during D23 when he promoted Indiana Jones 5, all that stuff. But again, it is a testament to a lot of people just saying, listen, not regardless of your age, not to never give up on your passions, your pursuits, but not knowing that just the next door, and there might be a bunch of doors that might close on you, but the next one that might open to you, it can be all no a blaze of glory and everything. I'm just saying, while I'm watching this, I wish him nothing but success, and I guarantee I'm betting money that he's gonna be getting this Academy Award coming, I believe, in a month or two. So and everything,
Yeah,
but
Martin.
yeah, but it's also, again, going back to the topic hashtag Oscars so white. I think I challenge Black people. Like, yes, I understand there should be some merit, but like should not be even targeting the nomination, no, the Academy for this. What we know we need to target writers. Don't target actors. Target the
Mhm.
writers. Because this is the thing.
Target the
This is
writers.
there was one interview that Denzel Washington had with a bunch of actors, I think in Juilliard, right, asking about diversity in film, and it
Mhm.
was it was a lot of controversy going on with this. But basically, Matt Damon was the person was saying that it starts in the casting process, how you bring Black people or diverse actors into these movies, and then the Denzel Washington, he retort with it saying it starts with the writer. You have two movies. Martin Scorsese. Wait, was it? No,
Martin
Steven
Scorsese.
Spielberg. Yeah, Steven Spielberg did Schindler's List, right?
Mhm.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? These are two different cultural based films, right? Steven Spielberg probably could have did a good job on Goodfellas. And I mean, and Martin Scorsese could probably do a good job with Schindler's List or whatever, right? But it wasn't the fact that it was whoever the casting of the part of that was. It was the culture aspect of it. It's the fact that what the story that was based on these characters originally, which is why why they have these much success. Instead of you complaining about why we have we can't get black people be nominated in these roles, how about creating stories just not saying for black people, not just because of slavery, but just hey, I just want to have a good story and I'm just gonna cast these two people and they still happen to be black, right? That way that you have nothing else but to show other than the story itself, right? Yes,
Right.
there's been agendas and been struggles of getting actors into the industry and everything. Look, they even been race bending with The Last of Us, right? We had the main character from the first episode is a mix, she's mixed, right? You have Storm Reed. She's gonna be in a later episode of The Last of Us, right? And but in the video games, they're all white, right? It doesn't whatever. You have Pedro Pascal. He's it's in that he's Mexican, right? And the fact that like Joel, you think he's just a white dude. So again, it's like you can adapt terms of these stories, but it had nothing to do with just you casting these diverse characters. It starts with the story. It starts with the writer. So again, I think the whole mess of this, everything with the Oscar so white coming neck, like coming again and everything. It's gonna. I feel it's gonna be another train wreck and stuff. But hopefully, we get into a better conversation later on, just in the film industry and stuff like that. But I'm wishing success on the for especially for Asian community for this year. And then when we have our year and everything, that hey, let's let's just not let's just not just basically just be tone deaf and everything and just now like we'll just be mad for the sake of mad, boycott whatever. No, make good stories. But yeah, but more importantly, it doesn't matter what we think, it's what you guys think. Let us know in the comment section down below your guys' thoughts about this issue, about the hashtag Oscar so white. But I just want to take a moment to shout out to some people in the comments. A shout out to Just Jay in the building. Shout out to you. Thank you for stopping by. So also thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you as well. And also the information man up in the building, man. Shout out to you. Great content creator, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to this channel as well. But I just want to address this comment. He said you have to have black writers who know our culture. Absolutely. No, that's a very good point. And that's what I'm saying. What Jordan Peele, what happened with this year when he directed Nope, right? Nope, if you actually know anything, you guys have old films industry. There's a lot of influence of this film. Close Encounters, Jaws, that this film was taking inspiration from. But more importantly, the fact that in that story of these black family who has a business of horse riders, of these like horse riders business in the film industry, saying that the first black man, the first person to ever be captured in a motion picture was a black man on a horse, and that's actually true. So yeah, again, I think having those seven seeds there and knowing our background with that is absolutely a way to just catapult into just in this industry, because I'm not even gonna be ignorant that they don't want to show us our culture. Listen, you had the best show. I don't care what anybody said. You had the best show that came out right before the pandemic. You had two. And you probably know what I'm gonna say. And one of them starred Jonathan Majors. You had Lovecraft Country, and you had Watchmen, and both of them were exposing the truth of the Tulsa riots in Black Wall Street, right? And both of them got canceled in one season. High ratings and everything, successful, all that stuff. Both of them ended the show after one season. Mm-hmm. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
No. That's what. No. That's so. No. So on that note, I'm like, yeah, I absolutely believe. Like, don't try, especially want to try to tell much of the truth going on. Yeah. Oh, shout out to homie Pri. I know what you are. I know you keep changing your name all the time, but like, shout out to you, sweetheart. um, but thank you guys for letting me know the comment section down below. But we're gonna get into the next topic here. Now, for those you don't know, you guys have kids or anything like that. There's a show on Adult Swim, and a lot of people, it's been a very, very successful animated show. And it's called Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's animated show has been going on for multiple seasons and everything. Very, very successful. But there's been recent issues going on with the creator of Rick and Morty. That's Justin Roiland, I think. Yeah, Justin Roiland. Justin Roiland, he's the co-creator and also the voice of Rick and Morty, right? And he actually got into a situation. He actually been fired from the show. Now, why, you might ask? Well, this man has been charged with assault and battery. This was actually a case that came in about almost a year ago. I think it was a year ago. I'm about to bring up the article right now here, but this is an article coming from the IndieWire here. 1 second. This is the co-creator, and also he's also the voice of these two characters. Well, here, let me show you. Share screen. Share screen. There we go. This article right here. Right. This is an article from the IndieWire. Adult Swim severs ties with Justin Roiland, Rick and Morty. But the show will continue, right? The flagship series co-creator and star was charged earlier this month. Actually, it was this month. In Orange County, California, related to an alleged domestic violence incident from 2020. So it was a couple years ago. Following the allegation of domestic violence, Justin Roiland has been ousted from Rick and Morty. Adult Swim is severing its partnership with the flagship. Get this up out of here. With the flagship series co-creator and star who voiced both Rick and Morty, the main characters of the show, and was charged earlier this month in Orange County, California, on one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace. Damn, violence, fraud, and or deceit. This is a report from Variety. On Tuesday, the adult programming block the block of the Cartoon Network released a statement on Twitter announcing the co-creator ousting, as well as reassuring fans that the series will continue, which will receive an outrageous 70 episode order in 2018 will continue. Right, Adult Swim has ended its relationship with Justin Roiland, and Rick and Morty will continue. The talented and dedicated crew are hard at work on season 7. All right. But Jay King, what's your thoughts on this? Obviously this is a very, very popular show. I've not really watched Rick and Morty that much and everything, but I know that a lot of, writers and everything are very, very predominant in this industry because it's very, very successful show. And I'm not going to, discount that or anything like that. But what is your thoughts on this?
I mean, yeah, I mean, as well, I haven't seen that much of Rick and Morty, but I have seen a few episodes, and I do understand, like, the amount of impact that this show has had. Like, this was like, from what I've seen, this has been a really good series, and it's a double-edged sword when it comes to it. Like, yeah, like, with what he had allegedly done, like, he definitely needs to stand trial and, like, come clean with what exactly happened with, was it those two incidents. But in terms of them continuing the show, I don't know. I mean, they can try what they will for this next season, but depending on how people feel about whoever's going to have to take over the voices of both Rick and Morty, and plus what the story becomes following all of this, like whatever it is they have penned for the next season, will determine if the show is going to have any new life to breathe after this upcoming season. It's very weird because it's like, I don't know necessarily how they're going to go with this. I feel like they could continue with this, but at the same time, you're all like, especially for the people who know, you're always going to have that like hanging over your head, like the co-creator of this very, very well recognized and well respected, adult comedy show. And it's crazy, especially since he was the voice of that, and it's like, the shift in the voice is going to be so noticeable. But I mean,
Well,
what are
I
they
mean,
going to
there's a
do?
lot. Well. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of people who say that, but there's on TikTok, there's a lot of creators and everything that mimic voice and stuff like that. So it is possible for them to actually find a different actor for it. But hold on, I'm getting some low feedback here. Making sure, but 1 second, making sure you got all right. Am I freezing up? I'm good.
Hmm.
All right, cool. But with this, there's many different actors that can play this, this character and the voice. But there's a bigger thing too. I mean, this discussion here because a lot of people are like, wait, why is he fired? Right? Because there's two instances, where, why is his career ending or it basically is over? Why is his career ending? I want to bring up, different other situations with actors who've been charged or had led, allegations onto them. Why is this situation different from others, right? Now, one of those situations, which is what we just had a court trial end of the year, very popular one, and that's with Mr. Johnny Depp. Now, the thing with Johnny Depp, with that particular case, was that he's not basically was charged with assault. There was no police report or anything. He wasn't in the prison for domestic violence. He's only been on allegations, right? Where King, are you frozen? Are you freeze? Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting
Hmm.
low feedback here. All right. But yeah, so that's what I was saying that Johnny Depp, he was never charged with this, trial or anything like that, right? He was only the only thing he was the claim that he was disputing was a uh defamation of character and all stuff and everything. Now he lost in London and in London, I believe, but he won in America, right? And actually down the street in Fairfax, Virginia, right? So yeah, so but he won. That's what he was disputing. So it was no charge of him actually being of domestic violence or battery. Now there's another case people want to talk about is with Ezra Miller. Why is Ezra Miller, still the Flash, for the time being, whatever, and yet we're still, but yeah, this man get fired. Newsflash, no pun intended. The fact is that Ezra Miller, the film The Flash was coming out later this year, has already been shot. Ezra Miller is not returning as the Flash. They're not saying that right now because of PR. They can't say that the main actor of a movie that you're trying to promote because you already made the damn
Hmm.
film later this year is already going to be done as the Flash. You can't say that right now, but we all know that
Right.
this dude is done. This dude is done, right? So
Hmm.
that's the thing with with this situation here is was different, and also this creator is also tied to a lot of different shows, Futurama, a lot of other Adult Swim shows as well. So
Hmm.
it's like this is a very big thing. And now those shows have not announced them several times with this creator, but that's what. But eventually, I think we'll get a response from them soon after this incident, right? With Rick and Morty because this is the main damn show. But yeah, but that's where I think is a fortunate situation. But obviously, accountability needs to be addressed. But I do believe again they're gonna find different actor for this and everything. Like the situation that happened with Boondocks and other things like that. Like they're able to find different voice actors for these roles. You'd be very surprised. So, but yeah, but let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. How you guys feel that the creator, the co-creator of Rick and Morty, and the voice of Rick and Morty has been charged with battery and has been removed from the show. Yeah. So, what are you guys' thoughts about that? Let us know in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. All right, now we went through some of The Last of Us, but we had a new trailer that came out. I'll go with this. Uh, I'll talk about this shit. Yeah, Jake, you can go. We're staying Are you here? Can you see me?
Yeah, you
Are
were
you
just
good?
glitching for a minute. Hmm.
Am I glitching? Yeah, man. Sorry, sorry, the internet acting up, dude. Yeah. You can see me, right?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I can see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Apologize, guys, for the low feedback and everything. Um, but yeah, we're still staying on. Okay, we're still good.
Hmm.
We're still good. All right, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we're still good.
Now we had
Hmm.
we had the second or official trailer of Shazam, Fury of the Gods. This is the sequel to Shazam that came out a couple years ago. Also, in the reign of being the reign of the DC expanded universe, whatever DCU. But yeah, but the trailer just came out. J King, what's your thoughts? I'll give my thoughts after you're through.
Okay, well, as the one of the last like three DCU, well, yeah, three DCU films that we'll be getting before this whole universe gets Thanos snapped out of existence by James Gunn. Um, I was a huge fan of the first Shazam movie. I was always a fan of the character, but the movie was just really, really good. They hit on, it was a fun film. It didn't take itself super seriously, but it also took itself enough seriously that there was a good blend of child humor and the superhero action that we're looking for was Zachary Levi, playing a great Shazam and also an adult version of the young Billy Baxton. And when it came to this sequel, I was always going to look forward to this sequel. The new suits look good. We're bringing in the Daughters of Atlas, one of the main powers of Shazam, because, like, as you guys know, Shazam's powers come from the Greek gods, as of Black Adam, who comes from the Egyptian gods. But I was always going to look forward to this film. And the second, I say, had a different tone from the first trailer. The first trailer was really like, yeah, we're back in action. We're back with the fun of Shazam. This one was a little more serious, like almost feeling like, oh, is someone going to potentially die in this film? Like, it kind of gave that feeling for a minute, which, given that it most likely could be the last Shazam film, unless, Zachary Levi gets that Jason Momoa treatment, you know, it could be. Well, who knows? I mean, Shazam is a franchise that could live on, in my opinion, given not just with him, but with Mary Marvel and the rest of the, Shazam family. They could live on. They have that staying power to live on. But in terms of the second trailer, again, it just felt like a different tone. Like, it had some of the similar scenes from the last trailer, but it just felt like a different tone than what we got last time. Last time was like, yeah, we're back at it. This time was like, okay, but be cautious. Someone may bite the bucket this time potentially. But that's my thoughts. Like, I'm excited. I'm still excited for this film.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah,
I'm
we can
sorry,
hear you.
I got to move the banner. Um,
Oh, do we
I got
care? I mean,
Let's do
also
it with
that.
me. You ready? My response to this film is man, I'm so done with this shit. Listen, I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't care about the first one, and I don't care about the second one. And they're telling you not to care about this fucking movie. Sorry. That no. Oh, I wish you can see no Black Adam them come together. Nah, nah, nah. You ain't see that there. No, it's reboot time. It's reboot time. Right. So, all the people, Lily, he taking all the the DC movies and everything, looking at director like, oh, you think you're gonna get a sequel? Hey, can you come here just real quick? Come here. Could you lean a little forward, director? Lean. That's what he's doing. He's beating your ass with this damn movie. He's like, hey, just hurry this up. Get the box office so hopefully you can break even, and that's it. But nah, 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 nah. I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. Um, but yeah, nah. You have any feedback on what I just said there?
I mean, I think that's gonna be our feelings when it comes to not only this, but Aquaman 2 and Flash. Like, I get it. These this universe is basically about to be over. So I know the question is basically who the fuck asked or who cares. I totally get it. Me personally, I'm just gonna enjoy for what it is. I'm gonna have the memory of what I did enjoy because again, Aquaman 1 I liked. Shazam 1 I liked. They're probably two of the films in the DCU that I really did like the most outside of the first Wonder Woman and parts of Man of Steel. Um so I'll just be like, okay, let me just see how they finish this off and I'll enjoy for what it is even if it doesn't matter. I mean, I get it. We're about to be done with this universe at some point as soon as these next three films are out of the way. But
Oh, hold up, hold
I
up, hold
mean,
up. Sorry, someone just dropped in the building.
oh, hi, Tamika.
1 second. 1 second. Oh wait, no. That's wrong. How you doing? That's for you. That's for you. That's for you, babe. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Anyway, but yeah. Oh wow, you just left the building. You just left the building, man. Come on, you just left the building, man. Anyway, I can take some time to actually stop by, look in the chat here. Yeah, shout out to Marcus in the building. Marcus in the building, man. Hi, thank you for stopping by, bro. Um, yeah. Which, by the way, it's also on the vein of DC. But before we get to that topic, we'll include this one. Guys, yeah, let us know your thoughts. Are you excited for Shazam? Do you give a anyway? Do you care? I don't.
Move on, move on.
I don't. I don't know how I can express this enough, but anyway, let's get on with it. So yeah, shout out to Kevin Samuels. But anyway, with the slap. But no, big y'all. Now we're gonna get into again the reason why you really should not care because we're in the vein of we're getting our Supermans are leaving us. We have Batmans we don't know which ones, right? We got Batgirls getting canceled and Ezra Miller Flash, he's through. So we're in this new vein of DC, which by the way we're actually gonna get an announcement coming in the next couple of days, right? Next couple of days we'll get an announcement. I'm gonna be breaking news this shit. If it's be popping off, I'm dropping off live. Make sure hit notification bell. We are breaking down this shit and everything. Emergency live. If he breathes like a slate, oh no, we're not waiting till next Saturday. Fuck that. But yeah, so but again, one of the things that on this vein is that now we got not one, we got two shows are ending, right? Two shows have been confirmed to be ending, and that's going to be Doom Patrol, DC's Doom Patrol, and DC Titans. Jay King, I know you are a fan of the shows, or at least have been following them and everything, but what's your thoughts on them canceling these shows?
Well, I guess we can say that if they're getting rid of these shows, then I don't know how Superman and Lois is going to do, but going back to these actual shows, yeah, I mean, again, it's a similar thing where it's like, again, well, just to clarify for everybody, they're going to end in their current season. So both shows are in their season 4. After they come back, because they're both on hiatus for now, but once they come back, those last couple episodes are it for both of them. And Doom Patrol has been really good. And Titans, I say, Titans has had its ups and downs. I think we can all agree it's had its ups and downs. Season 1, it's season 2, people are like, season 3, people are like, and season 4 so far with what they've been doing with the occult, all that shit. For people who have been watching, I'll at least say it's been very interesting, especially for something it's going to lead into very soon, with a certain team up. Not just with Doom Patrol, but also with Stargirl. That's actually going to happen. Yeah, believe it or not, that's happening. But in terms of these shows getting the boot now, I mean, I didn't know. I had a feeling they potentially could have been Titans more than Doom Patrol, especially since again Doom Patrol has been doing really good. But I guess it was just a matter of like, okay, are the HBO Max shows going to be at all affected? Because again, the movies, those are gone. The CW universe, that's about gone after this season of The Flash. Superman and Lois, unsure. But the HBO Max shows, we didn't really have any idea, but now we're like, oh yeah, they're not safe either. So goodbye Doom Patrol and goodbye Titans. You both had great qualities. Doom Patrol the most had the greatest qualities. Titans, you had great costumes and you had some great characters, but and you did have your mishaps, and we'll see how season 4 pans out for you. But yeah, it's just the end of another thing for DC. James Gunn said, "Hey, look, this whole thing that we've had before of different universes, yeah, no, cut that shit out. Everything's going to be connected when it comes to this new stuff." So I'm just enjoying. Again, I'm enjoying these shows for what they do own, and I'm enjoying them for the parts of them that I do enjoy about them. Because again, you can critique a show, but still have things you can enjoy about them. Like,
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna enjoy what I am enjoying about both of these shows and see how they end. Same thing with
Mhm.
Flash. I'm gonna see how it ends, no matter the criticisms that I've had or other people have had. As long as there's still something I like about this show, I'm gonna stick with it till it's over. And they're about to be over soon, so hey, let's see how it all goes.
Yeah. Um. Unfortunately, as we've been down this train before with other shows and properties being canceled and everything, um, this is just one down the list of many. Now, one thing we do know is that, yeah, again, going to some of the comments that Marcus made saying that what about Peacemaker? Again, Peacemaker is left untouched as of right now. Like, we still know we can get season 2, but what variation are we getting this? Are we going to be like he's in a new universe and all of the stuff like that, or we're taking some, we're taking not, because the whole comments with Jason Momoa that he'll still be Aquaman, but he can be other characters too, like whatever it might be. But uh, that's not. It's been confirmed. They are confirming that season 2 is coming, right, with Peacemaker, and it's a successful show. I was not a fan of the Suicide Squad like as much as everybody else, but I actually love Peacemaker. I was watching it when I was
Hmm.
going. When I was working on campus as a manager at the gym, and I had to go up at 6 in the morning
Here we
to
go.
that building, and then I was just watching the movie on my phone and just doing this like. Yes. No, but no, Peacemaker though was a great show. But yeah, but Gus also a good point too is that saying that uh about terms of the shows and the series and everything. Because again, the next vein of the DC universe and everything's gonna be connected. The shows, movies, video games, comic, all the stuff gonna be connected. Now, how? We don't know. Probably just the multiverse, just to save for a plot device and everything. But that I think that's what's gonna be the direction that they're gonna be going. But we still don't know what is next for DC, which is why I titled "Who's Next?" Right? Um, is that again we have Superman and Lois still going on. We got the Flash. The Flash is now going to be entering its final season after 9 years, and everything. So it's gonna be bittersweet, but it's time to say goodbye. But unfortunately, with the Doom Patrol and DC Titans, is that they have not gone to the longevity as with the other shows that have been going on for like 7 to 10 years, right? Especially like with Smallville, you want to hit that 10-year mark, right? Arrow only got to 8, and then Flash now being the longest one out of all the CW shows at this point, right? And it surpassed Arrow itself, now going to his 9th and final season. But again, I'll be on standby. I'll be spectating. The Flash and everything, because like I'm not gonna lie, like when I was like, was it middle school? No, I was it was high school. It was high school when the
High
first season
school.
came out. That was in high school. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was in middle school for Smallville or something. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, but the show was as best in the beginning and stuff like that. But now here we'll go to a decline with everything. I think that's what again, it's also kind of weird. Like, it's been 9 years. Just think about that. It's been 9 years.
Mhm.
Just with everything, like, look how far we came, right? Um But yeah, so I just think again,
no matter what you can say about the show, the fact that it's made it to 9 years, 9 seasons, and still going is a testament you can't deny.
mhm. Right. And again, and this also, I'm not going to be a testament. Like, look how any of these shows and properties, like that's been successful. I'm not going to say that 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 the that I didn't like DC Titans because I was rooting for this damn show. I was rooting for the damn show in the beginning, man. But now, the question is again, what's next? We have the only remaining shows we got now, at least on the CW, because I'm telling you, CW gonna be wiped with their Um, we got Superman and Lois as well. Their
Yeah,
show,
season 3 is coming.
yeah, with a different, Jonathan Kent.
Different actor for yeah.
Yeah, they have cast their own Lex Luthor, which is different, is the dude from The Walking Dead. And so yeah, also all these things, but Superman and Lois is a fantastic show, right? So it's again just like what other properties and stuff they're gonna be dropping because of the new phase of of James Gunn, right? But
Mhm.
whatever decision he makes, I hope he makes the correct one and everything like that. But hopefully, we can move forward and get some really good, better content and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Now I want to see whatever did we leave off anything for topics for this week? I think I got through my list.
Well, funny enough, last week there was two things, like looking back, two things we actually didn't talk about.
What?
Well, funny enough, it was in the opening for last time, but Invincible and The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah. So yeah, with that, yeah, Invincible, which once when it get here, we'll get here. Mandalorian. Oh, even matter of fact, okay, that's actually a conversation because Mandalorian's coming in
Mhm.
March. It's coming in
Right.
March. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just me. I wasn't a fan of the trailer. I was not a fan of the trailer. I think there is a conversation to be made as a Star Wars fan that um I'm getting fatigued or I'm seeing the same old shit and it's not going anywhere. Right? For me. It's not really going anywhere for me at this point. Yes, we had Andor, but I'm tired of stories just being around or bringing around the same fucking Death Star. I'm tired of it. I know what happens. I know Order 66. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. I've seen games, fuck, that's been in this, in this thing, and now it's just like what? I don't know, man. I just, but yeah. Now, okay, now I think we're in the okay. What's on there? Let me hold and bring something right now. We're in the after hours part. Where are the after hours, Jedi Mike? YouTube channel. Jedi. The after hours. Now we're gonna be dropping the link. Anybody want to come in? Make sure if I know you, you don't have to came up. If you do, you have to come up. I don't know who you are. And we'll be in that space our hangout of basically recapping everything of the show and just talking and stuff just for the remainder about about maybe half hour we have with this show. But yeah, but let us know again, guys. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. Let us know your thoughts, just what the topics we covered and everything. And let us know your thoughts, on any of the topics we can. Do you agree with us, disagree with us, etc. Let us know down below. But yeah, but I'm gonna uh we're in after hours. It's Saturday, y'all. Oh yeah, after hours. No, let me get this here. And I'm gonna share the link. All right, I'm gonna share the link. Moderators, if you can help me in the chat, we'll appreciate it with that. There we go. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, but we're in after hours now. But yeah, no, Invincible though. I was thinking that Yeah, I think what's going on is that they're shooting both of those seasons back to back. That's what's taking them forever. You know, but I do believe again with this with this show and everything, it was a huge success. I'm actually gonna get my fiance on it, but we're at other shows and stuff we gotta follow right now. Um, but yeah, but no, I was just like thinking like one, just like once they get to like what late March, not late March, late 2023, probably gonna be maybe August or September, maybe or something like
Probably.
that.
Yeah.
But
But I
yeah,
will say from that little teaser, somebody pointed it out. Like, because again, like basically the small teaser we got, like, what was it, a week ago, was basically saying, hey, look, season 2's coming. You just got to give us a little time. This is a process. But one thing that someone noticed is a little bit of a difference in Adam Eve's costume, and also in that one panel of the script, if we are to believe it, is that there's going to be an altercation between Invincible and what was his name? Immortal. Over the fact of, oh, you're Omni-Man's kid. How am I supposed to know you're not going to do the same crap that he just did to me and to the rest of the world? Like, basically, how do I trust you?
right. One
Mhm.
second. Here I got Marcus in the back. Hold on, bring him up. Yo, what's going on, man?
Shout out, salute, gents. Shout out, happy for you, proud of y'all. What's up?
What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. How you been?
Hey man, just chilling like a anti-hero or anti-villain, I guess, for now. But I just want to say y'all have done a great job, and y'all have come a long way from the moment that you first let me on your panel to now. The accomplishment you guys have done going into 2023, man. So just wanted to do a positive note to you, give you all your flowers.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, cause we're this time now, school, graduating, getting married and all stuff like that. Now, good. No, we got big things coming up, but this channel moving through full throttle. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so yeah, we're gonna be keep going, everything like that. But and hopefully for some people, again, as being a content creator, I want you to make sure that I'm able to provide a space as well that amongst the I also know the space where I used to, been in and everything. You see me around. And hopefully, we also can just create an environment where we can just talk, have a good conversation, have a good time, and everything, and not just being just like toxicity all the time and everything. But yeah, I'm also gonna bring up Wally in the building. Wally, how you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Go on. So yeah, you guys any thoughts on the topics we talked about or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. So this is my thing, right? As far as for all the shows going, they bloated a little bit for Archer on the inside, but nonetheless, I just feel like that.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, I said that they bloated up for Archer in the end. Like for me, I just feel like that should have been a little bit more.
Wait, what show you talking? What are you talking about?
The Archer.
What?
He fucking with me now, ain't you?
The Arch Arrow?
Arrow, yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, sorry about that.
You have to be legitimate, and you have to say the name so that way people can understand.
I'm sorry, I messed up. I came from somewhere else, but sorry.
I was like the Archer.
I should have known us. Man, look here. Damn. This is what I get. I'm about to have one of those Thanos moments, am I?
About others.
Oh yeah, about that.
I should have known better. Me coming on a freaking Jedi planet like this.
What was that about?
Oh man. But yeah, I'm sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Arrow, sorry. Oh man. My bad.
It's like the Archer.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh man. This is what happens when you get too comfortable.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm not excited. I'm really not excited for Mandalorian. I don't know why, but Book of Boba Fett really put a bad taste in my mouth. Like I don't care. I really don't care. The only thing I'm actually looking forward to in Star Wars, honestly, is the Jedi Survivor. And with the sequel to Fallen Order and everything. Um, that's really, I mean, that's really all I'm looking forward to. And then what the movies? We don't know what's going on. We got the Acolyte show and stuff, but I'm still waiting on the Ahsoka show whenever that come out. Whatever.
It's supposed to come out
But
this year, but we don't have a date yet. So
I don't. I just my excitement for Star Wars has just been at this now. So now it's just like it's whatever. So I don't know, y'all agree, share a sentiment or anything like that, but nah.
I try not to step on the toes of Star Wars. I leave that alone. Respectful.
You know, this is the thing, right? The same thing I said that we could have had Batman-based, Arkham Asylum-type-based movies. I know that the last one with Robert Pattinson was kind of alluding to that with the rogue gallery of villains in the asylum, but I think with Star Wars, you could have made a Force Unleashed with still making the actor a few years ago, and then you could have, because people know him from Being Human, Stephen King's The Mist for the Force Unleashed guy. I can't remember the actor's name at the top of my tongue. I just forgot it. We announced it yesterday, but they could have done stories. Yeah, and he also voiced the character in the video game Days Gone, which is like a post-apocalyptic zombie movie. But I think the thing too is we could have had like a storyline where it was like the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic. You could have had Darth Bane, Darth Revan, but it's just missed opportunities in my opinion. But I'm still going to be optimistic, see how it turns out. I know Jedi had his criticism and critiques for Kenobi, but it was 50-50 for me on the show.
It was 50. It wasn't horrible.
yeah,
No,
for
I don't think it
me,
was horrible.
yeah, for me when it comes to Star Wars, I'm in this like middle ground as well. It's like I'm still enjoying what I'm seeing for the most part, but again, the high for me so far has been Andor. Um, but outside of that, like again, Mandalorian season 3 is coming out soon. Bad Batch season 2, if anybody remembers that show, is currently going on, and it's like I understand where some people are coming from. Where it's like I think we are kind of relying too much on the in between again, because like if anybody's knows, these stories have been in between some trilogy, either being in between the sequels, I mean the prequels and the original, or the original and the sequels. I think at some point you're gonna have to stop telling stories in between there. Like you either tell stories before the Republic or you tell stories after the sequel trilogy, even if you want to touch that. But again, it's like, when it comes to Star Wars content, we know about Order 66, we know about the original trilogy, and we still remember the sequel trilogy. I think it's time. I mean, funny enough how Kylo Ren said it, let the past die. It's time
J King, but that's
Mhm. Go
basically
ahead.
like I don't know if you did you hear the rumor or was it alleged that they
content that we have coming up very, very soon. Okay. But until next time, I said I'm Jedi Mike 7, and this is Jay King. Peace. We are out.
Is there anything you want the fans to know or any last thing you want to say to them before we get to see this series tonight?
This is where the fun begins.